A gun control proposal rejected by Washington state lawmakers last year is back for the 2024 legislative session. We're looking ahead to a hearing today. And a proposal that would add an additional step to the process of running for sheriff is stirring up controversy in Olympia. Why some local sheriffs are voicing their opposition to the idea.
And get ready, we've got a wintry weather advisory mix, a lot going on in the weather. We'll get to that here in just a few minutes.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Stacy Lee. Are you ready for the wintry mess that's coming our way?
You know, I'm focusing on the fact that we're going to get out of those single-digit temperatures. It's like a warm-up.
Yeah, a little bit of a warm-up, but in between that warm-up and now, so we have a clear morning so far to start our day. It is still bitterly cold out there. We're talking 6 degrees. Let's take a peek at our sky cam this morning. It's 6 degrees out there. The feels like temp is 6. Winds are light, so that's good. And we did just come up a degree from about an hour ago. So that's just the beginning. Let's talk about all of the winter mess that's coming our way. We're going to see lower elevation snow, and let's look at some of those below zero temperature or wind chill factors at Hanford -3, -1 Walla Walla, -4 Dayton, -6 in Yakima. Here's what's the big news, of course. We've got winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings for the Cascades. We're talking 14 to 28 inches of snow in the next 48 hours. Very difficult travel, especially across I-90. We're going to see lots of snow there. Lower elevations through the Columbia Basin, Yakima Valley. 2 to 4 inches of snow expected here, and add to that a light glaze of ice on top. We're going to have very slick roads in the Blue Mountains. We're talking 8 to 20 inches, gusting winds up to 35 miles an hour. So a lot going on weather-wise. Let's take a look at our accumulation. By 9 o'clock tonight, we're expected to see maybe an inch to an inch and a half of snow in the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, a little more as you head up the valley. Look at Cle Elum at 2 inches, lighter snow along the foothills of the Blues. Fast forward to Thursday, here's what we could see, anywhere from 2 to 4 inches in our lower elevations, and then a nice glaze of ice on top of that. So wintry mix and snow, 2 to 4 inches lower elevations. There's the icy roads we're going to be worrying about, particularly in the Columbia River Gorge between Tri-Cities into the Portland area, and heavy mountain snow. So lots to talk about today. Your first alert weather forecast. Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. And because of the extreme cold that we're still seeing this morning, school districts are announcing some delays and closures. So the Zillah School District has been closed because of water flooding issues at the middle school, and a burst pipe at Finley Middle School has also canceled classes. That's only at the middle school. Goldendale School District is on a 2-hour delay, and you see their buses are on snow routes. The Richland School District has announced it's considering shortening summer by 2 weeks for the 2024-2025 school year. Now, in an email sent to parents of the district, the proposed schedule change would modify the current summer break schedule from 10 weeks down to 8 weeks. The last day of school would be moved from early to mid-June to June 23 of 2025. Richland School District said research showed that reducing summer break made students engage more and be more academically successful. Now, parents with students in the district are invited to speak on this during a Zoom meeting this week. We have more information about how to join the meeting over on our website. Coming up later this morning, state lawmakers will hold their first hearing of this session on a proposal that would require you to get a permit before you can buy a gun. So Oregon voters approved a similar law in 2022. But it's been tied up in court, and then just last week an Oregon judge ruled that the law was unconstitutional, although Oregon's Attorney General says she does plan to appeal that decision. Now, more than a dozen states do require would-be gun owners to get a permit before making a purchase. Advocates say laws like Oregon's voter-approved Measure 114 and Washington's proposed House Bill 1902, which is up for that committee hearing today, should be allowed because they say states need to protect public safety. Now, opponents say you shouldn't be required to get a permit in order to exercise your constitutional right to bear arms. A similar proposal that would have required a permit in order to purchase a gun in Washington failed the legislature last year. The public hearing in the House Committee on Civil Rights and Judiciary is coming up this morning at 10:30 a.m. You can testify virtually or submit written testimony for lawmakers to consider. And this week, state lawmakers are set to vote on a proposal that would give the state more control over law enforcement officers. That's a bill that started stirring up controversy on the very first day of the legislative session. In Washington, county sheriffs are elected. Typically, the candidates have some law enforcement experience, but it's not technically required in order to run for office.
The change proposed here is that in addition, sheriffs undergo a background check, like all the deputies that will be serving under them, as part of qualifying for candidacy and placement on the ballot. The Criminal Justice Training Commission would administer that background check.
House Bill 2027 would require all law enforcement officers to go through background checks, including a polygraph, commonly known as a lie detector test. Advocates say it's important that the state confirm that everybody with a badge is equally trustworthy.
Simply put, it would be good to make sure all of the laws that describe police chiefs, sheriffs, and line officers are saying the same thing and require the same thing.
The Washington State Sheriff's Association is taking a stand against the bill, saying the state constitution puts the hiring and firing of county sheriffs into the hands of voters, and saying that the proposal relies too much on subjective judgments by the Criminal Justice Training Commission to determine if someone is qualified to be sheriff. That letter signed by the sheriffs of Kittitas, Adams, Franklin, and Walla Walla counties.
It was a complete surprise to us to see this bill show up on the hearing schedule and the intro sheets, because we've yet to be approached to have a single conversation about this bill. There are a whole slew of challenges, operational, legal, and otherwise, not the least of which is the sheriff an employee of the county, or do they hold an elective office? Are you all employees of the House, or are you state legislators?
Lawmakers in the House Community Safety, Justice, and Reentry Committee allowed less than 20 minutes of public comment during the hearing last week. The committee has a vote scheduled for Thursday morning. Now, continuing coverage this morning, the city of Prosser has issued a response about placing Police Chief Jay King on administrative leave after a no confidence vote from the union. Prosser Mayor Gary Vager says the King will remain on leave until the third-party investigation is done. The investigation into the department and King's practices is expected to take several weeks, according to the mayor. Now, due to this, hiring for the deputy chief position has been put on hold. The department review process will wait until the investigation is over. You can get up to speed on this case at applevalleynewsnow.com. The judge in the quadruple murder case against Brian Kohberger is ordering prosecutors to hand over more information about the genealogy methods used to identify him as a suspect. Kohberger is charged with the murders of 4 University of Idaho students. They were found stabbed to death in their off-campus home in November of 2022. Investigators collected DNA on a knife sheath left behind at the crime scene. They didn't find a match in a national criminal database, but they were led to Kohberger using a public genealogy database. Judge John ruled that the state needs to hand over a portion of the information, but the order doesn't specify exactly what. Prosecutors want Kohberger to go on trial in June. He does face the death penalty if convicted. City of Yakima Mayor Patricia Byers has issued an emergency declaration due to the extreme weather temperatures, working with both the Red Cross and the Homeless Network of Yakima County to open an emergency shelter at St. Michael's Church downtown. Staff has been increased along with 24/7 outreach efforts in order to reach people out in the cold who may have nowhere to go. They've partnered with the Yakima Health District to provide people who don't want to go to a shelter with at least a tent to protect them from the elements. But according to Camp Hope Director Mike Kay, one of the biggest needs right now is blankets, sleeping bags, and warm socks, which you can drop off at Camp Hope anytime, day or night. If you can't donate, there is another way to help.
They should call us, right? We have no problem going out and talking to them. Sometimes they want to go, sometimes they don't. And that's the only thing we want the public to know. But we want to make that effort and make sure people know what options are available.
Now, later on Good Morning Northwest, we'll give you a few more options for those who want to get out of the cold, as well as other ways that you can help. And homelessness is a growing problem across the United States, including here in Washington. Overall, as rent costs rose and COVID-19 assistance money ran out, officials said the number of people experiencing homelessness rose 12% between 2022 and 2023. We're now about to get another look at how those numbers are changing. The point-in-time count is coming up January 25th. Officials and volunteers spend one day every year counting the number of people experiencing homelessness in their communities. It's not a perfect system by any stretch, but Benton County's Department of Human Services Manager Kyle Sullivan says it does give officials a number to work with.
It's a starting point, and it allows us to have a number that assists with helping to determine funding for the community. It helps find what strategies are working and are there additional things that we need to implement to help address the issue.
Now, the county relies on volunteers to help with that annual count. There is some training to go through before January 25th. You can check our website for more information and a contact to help you sign up. And Sullivan says if you are struggling to keep up with your rent payments, don't wait until the problem gets out of hand. You can start by talking to your landlord. Then if you still need help, you can reach out to the Housing Resource Center. We'll return in just a moment, but first we have another quick look at your forecast.
So far clear and cold, but get ready. We've got active weather coming later this evening. I'll get to all the details in my first alert weather forecast.
And more states are adopting laws that allow birth control prescriptions from healthcare workers other than your primary care physician. We're talking about that next on Good Morning Northwest.
The Epic Sell-Off is on now at Furniture Row. That means epic savings on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses, plus no interest until January 2028. Epic styles, epic selection, all with epic savings. Only at Furniture Row.
Bruno! Bruno! Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Rogue makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months or get $2,000 NMAC cash on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Have you ever had a day like this? Bad days are why we got in the game. Capuzza Lighty, Accident Injury Lawyers.
I help women with health issues, things like birth control, prenatal care, any GYN issue, and I really enjoy that. I love being a midwife. We try to personalize the care for each patient and individualize it. It's not one size fits all. Everybody has their own individual care plan.
Hanging lights is really hard work and takes too much time. Introducing the Star Shower Ultra 9 Laser Light Show. Now with an incredible 9 different decorative light patterns for you to choose from that immerse your entire home with thousands of spectacular lights. You can select red and green lights that move like shooting stars, or instead have your lights blinking, or choose twinkling stillness. Star Shower has an automatic light sensor that will turn it on at night and off in the morning. Plus it's weather resistant and can withstand freezing temperatures. Call or go online now to order Star Shower Ultra 9 for just $29.99 and ask about how to get the Star Shower remote. All it takes is the press of a button to change all 9 functions. Star Shower sells out every single year, so this year there's a strict limit of 3 per order. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now.
Call 1-800-617-3097 or visit ultra9.com. So call 1-800-617-3097 or visit ultra9.com now.
The Epic Sell-Off is on now at Furniture Row. That means epic savings on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses, plus no interest until January 2028. Epic styles, epic selection, all with epic savings. Only at Furniture Row.
A winter flight over a beautiful park. Fly the Northwest tonight at 6.
Welcome back. Time right now is 5:14 on your Tuesday morning, and we've learned erectile dysfunction drugs may increase the risk of an early death if you combine them with a common drug for chest pain. That's according to a study published Monday in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology. The study included over 60,000 men with stable coronary artery disease and a history of a heart attack or revascularization, which is a non-surgical procedure that treats blockages. It found that men taking erectile dysfunction medications along with nitrates, which are a common drug for chest pain, saw an increase in their risk for heart failure and early death. Now, the study does have some weaknesses, including not knowing exactly how patients took both medications, the timing, how often, what instructions they were given, and which types of nitrates and ED drugs they took. But patients who do want to use ED medications are advised to talk to their doctors about other treatment options and about how to take them along with nitrates. Access to hormonal birth control, such as pills and patches, is getting some major changes in 2024. First of all, more states have enacted laws allowing patients to get prescriptions for birth control directly from pharmacists without having to go see a doctor first. State laws went into effect in Connecticut and Rhode Island at the start of this year. New York's law goes into effect later this year. New Jersey has signed legislation as well. Also, the first over-the-counter birth control pill approved in the U.S. should be available in stores and online in the next few months. The FDA gave it the green light for over-the-counter use last year. Well, coming up, as many as 150 million Americans are under cold weather warnings or advisory. This brutal weather appears to be staying put across much of the country. And we're also on that list. We were talking about some serious winter weather headed our way today. Stacey Lee is tracking that in your First Alert forecast coming up.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
When it comes to your loved ones, you want the best care possible. Being home surrounded by the things you love is vital for quality of life. That's where affordable at-home care comes in. We offer personalized home care plans to fit your specific needs. And for all new customers, your first hour is always free. Our experienced, loving, and caring staff is dedicated to serving you. Call us today for a free consultation. At Affordable in Home Care, we do more than just visit.
More epic than a stampede of beach stallions. More epic than a buttery tail whip. More epic than Emma keeping her mitts off the fresh muffins. It's the epic sell-off at Denver Mattress, and that means everything is on sale. Like the Summit, now only $332.49. Check out any Doctor's Choice Hybrid and save $100. Or get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. Plus, no interest until January 2028. And free shipping. Shop the epic sell-off today, only at Denver Mattress.
I love your dress.
Oh, thanks. I splurged a little because Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance and I saved hundreds.
That's great.
I know, right? I've been telling everyone. Liberty.
Did you hear that?
I just said her first word. Can you say mama?
Liberty. Can you say auntie?
Liberty.
How many people did you tell?
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Liberty.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone from US Cellular.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at US Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
It's a quiet place along the Spokane River.
It's really peaceful. I like it, and there's not a ton of people out here.
And during the winter, it gets even more beautiful.
I like how the snow on rock, but it looks pretty.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacey Lee.
And good Tuesday morning to you. Another single-digit morning in our area. Dust Devil Geisa Skycam at 6 degrees right now. Our humidity at 83%. There's a little bit of fog lingering around in some areas. Now we track the cold once again. That Arctic air continues to dip down. Look at the central part of the United States from Chicago to St. Louis all the way down into Dallas and Houston. They're getting the cold weather now as well. We're going to gradually start to see this Arctic air move on out. We're tracking a storm for today, and here's what it looks like. It comes in off the coast hitting the west side of Oregon. We'll see mostly rain showers through the area. As it transitions and makes its way north, that's when we're going to start to see the heavy snow. We should start seeing snow early this afternoon to the early part of the evening through the region. And then on top of that, we have kind of a warm front behind it, and that's going to bring some ice through the area. So heavy snow for our Cascade Mountains. We have a winter storm warning there, 14 to 28 inches of snow over the next 48 hours. Difficult to impossible travel. I-90 is going to get slammed pretty hard tonight. I expect that the pass will probably get closed at some point. 2 to 4 inches in our lower elevations, all of the area here in purple. And then we're really tracking some ice down through the Columbia River Gorge, possible up to about 1/10 of an inch, just enough to make the roads a mess. 8 to 20 inches of snow for the Blue Mountains, plus we see some breezy to gusty winds as that storm approaches later this afternoon. Here's Futurecast. So far clear, it's chilly, then you'll see those clouds start to move in this afternoon. Then we'll start to see those first bands of snow through the Columbia River Gorge Dalles. This is at 4 o'clock. By 4, 5, 6 o'clock, we'll start seeing that snow moving into Hermiston, Pendleton, Walla Walla, Tri-Cities, all the way up into the Yakima, Kittitas Valley, as far east as Connell, Walla Walla. The snow will continue overnight. About 1 a.m., most of it moving up to the north, impacting I-90. We'll continue to see mixed precip. Again, that pink is rain mixed with snow right through the Columbia River Gorge. So expecting some ice also into the Hermiston area right before commute time tomorrow. So Hermiston to Pendleton, and we'll see those roads between Tri-Cities and Hermiston very, very slick as well. More snow continues to fall across the Cascades. More freezing rain through the Columbia River Gorge and to the north of the Tri-Cities. I-90 going towards Spokane area. Also going to see some icy roads. So we have a lot of active weather that's definitely going to be impacting our roads for the next several days. So just be prepared for winter driving conditions. Here's what we're expecting snow-wise by 9 o'clock tonight, about 1.5 inches in the Tri-Cities. Get the snow shovel out. You'll be shoveling that driveway for sure, with anywhere from 3 to 6 inches through the area expected through Thursday morning. Here's what our road conditions are looking like for most of the day. Dry. Here comes the snow though through Prosser, Toppenish, Yakima, down in the Columbia River Gorge. That red is ice. We'll see mostly snow on the roads by 10 o'clock tonight, and then look for ice to impact I-84. That could be a travel nightmare over the next couple of days. And as we get into our Wednesday morning, I'll expect some school delays and probably some road closures in some areas. Here's our temperatures overnight tonight. Once again in the teens. Look for PM snow, wintry mix. And tonight, we'll see those temperatures staying right around the teens as well through the area. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacy. And this morning, snow fell from Washington, D.C. to New York and Boston, all across the Midwest, as far south as Texas. We're seeing brutal and life-threatening cold. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has a look at the national picture.
This morning, the brutal blast of winter weather is expanding, putting an end to the snow drought in New York City. The Big Apple could see 3 inches of snow, the first measurable amount for the area in nearly 2 years. In Washington, D.C., federal offices are closed today with 6 inches possible there. In the Midwest, wind chills could drop as low as 45 degrees below zero this morning. Even as far south as Brownsville, Texas, it could feel like 10 below zero. The company managing the power grid in Texas has requested people conserve electricity between 6 and 9 a.m. today. Across the South, drivers were struggling to stay on the road in snow, sleet, and ice. The conditions are keeping more than 1 million students home today. Schools from Chicago and Detroit to Denver, Dallas, and Houston are closed. Meanwhile, 4 college students in Kentucky were rescued after getting stranded in the Daniel Boone National Forest. Officials say the students were camping and had underestimated the conditions. And authorities in Wyoming say a skier has died in an avalanche, the 3rd avalanche death just this month in the U.S. Experts say conditions are ripe for dangerous snowslides across the West.
Climate change is impacting avalanche cycles. Exactly how it's impacting them or what we're going to see in the future, that's much less clear.
That was ABC's Andrew Dimbert reporting. Now, parts of New England could also see 6 inches of snow today. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, we're talking a history-making crowning last night in the Miss America pageant. We'll show you why.
What
happened?
Found someone dead.
What? Only Murders in the Building continues on ABC
I think we could solve this case.
for an exclusive winter event.
I'm so on board with this.
Only Murders in the Building, tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Dishwasher on the fritz. Laundry giving you fits. A water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Apple Valley Eats.
All right, so my job here is the food and beverage executive chef. I've been here 10 years. Started off here as an entry-level cook. I was given the opportunity to step into the executive chef role, which is the position that I'm in. I've been in that position for about 6 years now, almost. What I do here, I handle not so much the day-to-day operations, but everything that goes into the menu planning, the SOPs for all of the cooks, recipes, ensuring all the recipes are all the same, the consistency, the vision of the food and beverage department as far as the aesthetics, what is it gonna look like, what does the food preparation look like. We have everything from catering, fast food, employee meals, which is a cafeteria style setting, and then obviously our bread and butter, what we do, a buffet here at Legends. What we like to do here is try to keep our team members happy, try to be versatile with them, try to be flexible, whatever needs that they may have, we try to accommodate. We do have childcare here on property, so if somebody needs to drop their kids off at childcare, that option's always there. You could come into our department with no experience at all, but we're gonna show you how to hold a knife, we're gonna show you how to cut vegetables, we're gonna show you how to cut meat, we're gonna show you how to use all the equipment. Is the comfort of knowing that I'm gonna have my consistent 40 hours a week. And that goes from everywhere from a dishwasher all the way up to my position. It's another benefit of working here at Legends. I like to think of it more as a career rather than a job.
Ben Franklin Transit is hiring safety-oriented coach operators. Become a crucial part of the Tri-Cities community and provide a vital service to our riders. Get out from behind a desk and experience a workday that keeps you moving. Enjoy CDL training, comprehensive benefits, and generous paid time off. When you're driving for Ben Franklin Transit, you're part of a growing team of community-oriented professionals. Apply now to join the Ben Franklin Transit team.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,600 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Welcome back. It's a first for the Miss America pageant with a U.S. Air Force officer winning the 2024 title. 22-year-old Madison Marsh was crowned Miss America on Sunday night.
Marsh, a second lieutenant in the U.S. Air Force, represented the state of Colorado. Now she's the first active duty Air Force officer ever to win the national title.
She's also a master's student at the Harvard Kennedy School's public policy program. Elle Bro of Texas placed as the first runner-up.
51 contestants participated in the event, representing all 50 U.S. states as well as the District of Columbia. Congratulations to her. Beautiful
cool
dress, that red flow.
But she missed the Air Force blue.
Oh, dang it. Well, we didn't.
There we go.
All right, very cold morning to get going out there. We've got 6 degrees through the Columbia Basin. We're expecting a little bit warmer, up to the teens again. We're still staying cold, but active weather coming our way later this afternoon and evening.
All right, we're bracing for that. And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, former President Donald Trump has won the 2024 Iowa caucuses as he's seeking a third nomination and a rematch with Democratic President Joe Biden. Plus, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin could be back in the Pentagon soon after the latest update on his health.
In today's Tech Bites, Apple ditches a troubling sensor. Multiple reports say the blood oxygen feature on Series 9 and Watch Ultra 2 devices is being removed. Both were banned in the U.S. last year due to a patent dispute. The move will allow the watches to be sold domestically. Next, Microsoft's new Copilot Pro provides access to artificial intelligence-powered features inside Office apps, including Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. The program also offers priority access to Microsoft's latest OpenAI models and other features, all for $20 per month. And finally, Uber is reportedly shutting down Drizzly, the alcohol delivery service the company bought for more than $1 billion in 2021 to offset plummeting rideshare losses during COVID. Uber says it's closing Drizzly to focus on its core Uber Eats strategy. I know this didn't work out, but hey, it was worth a shot. Those are your Tech Bites.
Y'all, Wayfair is the talk of the neighborhood. Come on. We wanted a recliner.
But it had to be chic.
So, we Wayfaired it. Wayfair for the win. Hey, neighbor, looking fancy. Fancy? Nah.
We Wayfared it and saved a ton.
Wayfair does it again. It's beautiful. I didn't know you Wayfared.
Oh, girl, we Wayfair. Tile, faucet, the works.
Guess the Wayfair word is out.
Wayfair, you've got just what I need.
Bye-bye, cough.
Later chest congestion. Hello, 12 hours of relief.
12 hours? Mucinex DM gives you 12 hours of relief from chest congestion in any cough, day or night. Mucinex DM. It's comeback season. Now try Mucinex InstaSoothe sore throat medicated drops.
Former President Donald Trump has won the 2024 Iowa caucuses, an early resolution to the year's first presidential nominating contest. And there's been an update in the health of Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin after his emergency hospitalization more than 2 weeks ago.
And we've got winter weather advisories. A chilly morning. Look at that. We're at 6 degrees right now in our Legends Casino sky cam. It's going to stay cold, but we've got snow, ice, and all kinds of stuff coming our way. I'll get to all those details coming up.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Stacy Lee. And as I mentioned, we've got a lot of active weather. It's pretty calm and quiet this morning, just very, very cold once again. Double layers, layer up. Wool socks, going to need those this morning, and we only make it to the teens. But let's take a look at our headlines for today. Here's what's coming up. We've got wintry mix and snow headed our way. We're talking 2 to 4 inches here in the lower elevations. That means Tri-Cities, Yakima, Hermiston, all of our lower elevation areas, as well as heavy snow in the mountains. Add on top of that some ice and glaze. We're tracking an ice storm across the Columbia River Gorge, but we're going to see some of that mixing in to eastern Oregon, like think Hermiston to Tri-Cities area. Those roads are going to be treacherous out there. Our Dust Devil sky cam today showing us 6 degrees right now, and we'll see those temperatures gradually warm up, but it's going to be another cold one. Here's our winter storm watches and advisories. We've got heavy snow in the Cascades, 4 to 28 inches. I-90 is going to be a mess tonight. Very difficult to impossible travel. Lower elevations, purple, 2 to 4 inches of accumulation, maybe even a little more. On top of that, some slick roads as a light glaze will be falling over the region. 8 to 20 inches in the blues with a winter weather advisory there. Winds gusting up to 35 miles an hour. Let's take a look at that 7-day planning forecast. The good news is we'll see a slight gradual warming into the weekend, but still staying below that freezing level in through the weekend. We warm up slightly above freezing on finally Saturday. Let's take a look at Walla Walla and Hermiston. Same situation there. Really looking for some ice to deal with in Hermiston, especially tomorrow morning. I'll get to more details coming up in your First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. It's a strong start for the Republican presidential nomination. Former President Trump wins big in Iowa. His projected victory coming just 30 minutes after caucuses began last night. Ron DeSantis clinched second place, just barely edging out Nikki Haley, who came in third. Now entrance polls are telling us more about what voters think of the candidates. ABC's M. Wynn has the latest this morning from Des Moines, Iowa.
In Iowa, a resounding win for Donald Trump, who smashed a record for his wide margin of victory. The former president with a projected win after just 30 minutes, receiving more than 51% of the vote, tightening his grip on the 2024 Republican presidential nomination.
What a turnout, what a crowd. And I really think this is time now for everybody, our country, to come together.
Governor Ron DeSantis finishing in a distant second with about 21% of the vote after rallying in all 99 counties. DeSantis sounding triumphant for edging Haley in the GOP contest for second.
Because of your support, in spite of all of that they threw at us, everyone against us, we've got our ticket punched out of Iowa.
Behind DeSantis by just 2%, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, who called her third-place finish a testament to the momentum she's been gaining.
I can safely say, tonight, Iowa made this Republican primary a two-person race.
And despite the bitter sub-zero temperatures, entrance polls show who turned out to support Trump in the state. One question asking, do you think that Joe Biden legitimately won the presidency in 2020? 66% saying no.
Quite overwhelmingly, 2/3 believing something that is flatly untrue. This is Trump's party. They believe what he says.
Entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy announced he's dropping out of the race and backing Trump. President Joe Biden fundraising off of Trump's victory in Iowa, saying this election was always going to be you and me versus extreme MAGA Republicans. Candidates now have their sights set on New Hampshire's primary just 1 week away. A recent poll shows Nikki Haley within striking distance of Trump there. Em Nguyen, ABC News, Des Moines, Iowa.
Now over in Congress, Senator Bob Menendez wants to go to trial alone in the bribery conspiracy case against himself and his wife Nadine. The New Jersey Democrat is asking a judge to allow him to go to trial first, saying he doesn't want to be forced to choose between defending against himself and testifying against her. That's according to a court filing Monday. Menendez's legal team said if he were to do so, it would be a catch-22. They also say they may have to argue that any unlawful conduct, if there is any, involved the actions of others, including his wife Nadine, but not the senator. Menendez is not the only one asking for a separate trial. His wife is asking for that as well. They are both facing bribery and corruption charges, accused of dishing out favors to other countries in exchange for perks. Now, both have pleaded not guilty. They're set to face a judge coming up in May. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin was released from Walter Reed Medical Center on Monday. That comes 2 weeks after he was admitted for complications following prostate cancer surgery. The Pentagon says Austin will work remotely for a period of time before returning to the Pentagon. He has full access to secure communications capabilities. Austin's hospitalization stirred controversy because of how long it took for officials to disclose it. He went in on January 1st. President Biden, though, didn't learn of Austin's diagnosis until the next day, just hours before it was disclosed publicly. The Pentagon's Inspector General has launched a review into the matter. The big story this morning is the weather coming our way. Let's check in on your first alert forecast.
And so far, we've got clear skies out there on our Legends Casino Skycam. It's chilly, though, 6 degrees, bundle up, and temperatures will top out in the teens today. More to come in my first alert forecast.
And as the unrest in the Middle East continues, we could soon be feeling the effects of the conflict right here at home. We're talking about how coming up.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
Next ET, TV's biggest night done right.
Hey, it's ET at the Emmys.
All the red carpet action.
I'm thriving!
And backstage reveals. Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Bruno! Bruno!
Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Rogue makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months or get $2,000 NMAC cash on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Let's go! Put your hands together for the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters. This isn't just basketball, people. This is where what just happened happens all the time. Don't miss the Harlem Globetrotters 2024 World Tour playing Toyota Center January 21st and Yakima Valley Sundome January 22nd. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com/WA for tickets.
Another year in the rear view. The rush to their games and family fun. Last-minute road trips and sun-soaked escapes. Game nights and tailgates. And all the journeys and memories that came between. Our entire team at McCurley will be here to help you for wherever this new year takes you and to get you back home again.
Find your way home in a new Crosstrek for only $299 a month from McCurley Subaru.
Alien tape is strong enough to hold this fishbowl on a moving car. Just peel and stick and make anything stay in place quick. A wooden shelf, a basket to glass, rugs to the floor, and so much more. Alien tape sticks to brick, pavers, marble, tile, plastic, even leather. Nothing works better. Alien tape secures in seconds, then twist, pull, and rinse to reuse. You're dying to try it. Here's your chance to buy it.
Call 1-800-284-4157 or go to tryalientape.com. That's 1-800-284-4157.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Welcome back. It is just about 5:41 this morning, and attacks by Iran-based militants in the Red Sea have effectively closed one of the globe's main trade routes to container ships. That means oil tankers are starting to avoid the southern Red Sea, and gas prices could start to rise. Jen Sullivan has a closer look at the impact.
The sound of UK fighter jets lifting off, part of a U.S.-led effort to go after Houthi militants based in Yemen. Backed by Iran, these militants, who say they're taking revenge for Israel's war on Hamas and Gaza, have been attacking container ships in the Red Sea since November. It's one of the world's most important trade routes. The violence has forced commercial shipping companies to avoid the area. And now, oil companies are following suit.
What you're seeing is a number of those oil tankers are no longer traversing the Red Sea.
Oil prices are already starting to tick higher. On Friday morning, U.S. crude climbed as much as 4.5% to $75.25 a barrel.
We see that the shipping is more restricted in the Red Sea. The price of oil is going up.
Gas prices remain relatively low for now. According to AAA, the national price of gas was $3.07 on Monday. But low prices may not be around for long.
We use about 100 million barrels of oil every single day, and that will certainly have an effect on price.
Summer says roughly 18 million barrels of oil travel every day through what's known as the Strait of Hormuz. But the situation in the Red Sea is so tenuous that oil tankers and commercial ships are taking a totally different route, all the way around the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa. That adds days to the journey. Energy prices could spike, and so could the price at the pump. I'm Jen Sullivan.
The 5 richest people in the world all need to get bigger wallets. These billionaires have seen their net worths balloon 114% since 2020, according to Oxfam's annual inequality report. Elon Musk has the top bank book with nearly $246 billion as of November. That is a 737% rise from 2020 when you take inflation into account. The other 4 richest people on Earth are LVMH chairman Bernard Arnault, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, Oracle founder Larry Ellison, and Berkshire Hathaway CEO Warren Buffett, respectively. Now, Oxfam's report used Forbes data. According to Oxfam, nearly 5 billion people worldwide have become less wealthy due to various factors, including war and inflation. Still ahead this morning, all 6 wildcard games are now in the books, which means the divisional round matchups are finally set. We're going to take a look at the NFL playoffs when we come back, and we're also taking a look at your first alert weather forecast. Calm out there right now, but this is all about to change. Stacey Lee has the details coming up.
A winter flight over a beautiful park. Fly the Northwest tonight at 6.
Valley Nissan is your new Nissan Rogue headquarters. Over 25 new Rogues to choose from, all on the lot and clearly marked with low sale prices. Drive home a new 2023 Rogue for as low as $27,990. And listen to this, interest rates as low as 0%. So why wait? Price, selection, and low APR financing. The time to buy is now. The place to buy is Valley Nissan. So come see us today. Valley Nissan is your new Rogue headquarters.
Home design and remodeling can be overwhelming. At Premier Woodworks, we are with you throughout the entire project. Our in-house designers and project manager will help you design the space of your dreams. Whatever the size of project, Premier Woodworks will help maximize your space and turn your vision into reality. Visit our website, premierwoodworksllc.com, or stop by our newly remodeled showroom at 109 North Washington in downtown Kennewick.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
The back end was in the back seat. There was nothing left of the rear.
Danny was in pain, and the insurance company was giving him the runaround.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company that I didn't have. I felt very comforted. I felt like I was going to be taken care of, that I didn't have to worry about it.
The insurance company couldn't run around me, and Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
The epic sell-off is on now at Furniture Row, and when we say it's epic, we mean epic. Shop today and find everything on sale. That means epic savings on sofas, sectionals, and accent chairs, epic markdowns on dining groups, tables, and bar stools, epic deals on bed sets, dressers, mattresses, and adjustable bases, plus no interest until January 2028. Epic styles, epic selection, all with epic savings. Find them today at Furniture Row.
That went fast. Okay, now what do we say?
Cook 'em, flip 'em, enjoy 'em.
Cook, flip, enjoy what?
Ajinomoto authentic Japanese goizers.
Gyoza.
Cook 'em, flip 'em, enjoy 'em. New Ajinomoto authentic Japanese style gyoza. Crispy, juicy, on your table in minutes.
And what do we call them? That'll do.
New Ajinomoto authentic Japanese style gyoza exclusively at Costco.
Only one of these stars will advance to the finals.
I love living on the edge.
Our last semifinal matchup is here. Yes! More excitement than previously seen on Jeopardy by at least a factor of 1.5.
Celebrity Jeopardy! New tonight on ABC. Tonight, Only Murders in the Building continues on ABC for an exclusive winter event.
Whoa! Raise your hand if you just got chills.
Only Murders in the Building, tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And good Tuesday morning to you. We'll start out with our Legends Casino Skycam, Columbia Point in Richland. Chilly morning, 6 degrees outside, but clear and calm so far. But things are going to start changing as we go forward. We're tracking that cold. We still have Arctic air coming down. That'll impact us through today. Eventually, it'll start moving more to the east as it already is, sliding out of our area, giving us slightly warmer temperatures. Here's that storm we're tracking for today. Wet on the west side on the coast here, all along Oregon State. As that system moves to the east, it transitions to snow with our chilly, cold temperatures here through the region. So look for very active weather from that system. Here's our winter storm warnings and advisories in place. Heavy snow across the Cascades. I-90 is going to be a mess tonight. 14 to 28 inches possible over the next 48 hours. We're looking at 2 to 4 inches of accumulation here in the lower elevations, higher in some microclimate areas, 8 to 20 inches across the Blues. So again, travel is going to be difficult. Add to that some ice on top of all of what is coming our way, because we are going to see a warming trend that's going to start transitioning that snow to rain mix. Now here's that snow coming through this afternoon through the Columbia River Gorge. Dalles heading towards Hermiston, moving into the Columbia Basin, Yakima, Kittitas Valley. But right behind it, that warm front bringing in that mixed precip. That's going to be the ice we're worried about through the Columbia River Gorge. More snow. This is Wednesday, overnight Tuesday into early Wednesday morning. Here's what I'm worried about for Hermiston tomorrow morning. Going to see those icy roads between Tri-Cities and Hermiston into Pendleton. That's going to impact I-84. More ice coming across the Columbia River Gorge as the snow continues to fall across the Cascades and even into the Blues. So very active weather. This is where you see a lot of it transitioning to rain, and that's because we have a warm front starting to move in where temperatures will start to rise. So very active weather over the next couple of days right into the weekend. Here's what we're looking like snow-wise. Accumulation by about 9 o'clock tonight, anywhere from an inch to an inch and a half collecting in the Columbia Basin, a little bit more towards Yakima. Look at Cle Elum Salem, 16 inches. This is by Thursday night. We could see up to 4 inches in the Columbia Basin, so you're definitely going to have to dust off the snow shovel. Going to be shoveling out those sidewalks and driveways. Here's our road conditions. We'll start to see the snow on the roads beginning tonight around 6. Snow and then ice is what we're worried about here through this area of the Columbia River Gorge between Tri-Cities, Hermiston, Walla Walla, and Pendleton. Going to see some icy, slick roads. Travel is going to be impacted for the next several days until that can melt. Look for our temperatures today just to staying below 20 degrees. We're staying in the teens. Close though, 19 Tri-City, 17 Walla Walla, Yakima, and Toppenish, and that wintry mix headed our way. For tonight, look for snow, wintry mix, and once again, temperatures down in the teens, but quite a bit warmer than we were yesterday, and gradually you'll see those temperatures go up as we move our way through the rest of the work week. Let's take a look at our 7-day planning forecast. Here's what's going on. Again, look at that active weather. It doesn't really let up. We have a couple of in-between days like Friday, but we'll see heavy fog. More mixed precip in the Yakima area, and taking a look at Walla Walla and Hermiston. Temperatures gradually warming into the weekend as we continue with active winter weather. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacy. Now to a highly unusual NFL playoff doubleheader on Monday nights. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert.
It was all worth it for Bills fans.
Inside the 10. Oh, what an effort!
Because of blizzard conditions, Buffalo was forced to wait one day to host the Steelers. Fans stepping up after the team offered $20 an hour to anyone willing to shovel out the stands at Highmark Stadium. Still, many seats remained buried as kickoff approached.
10th play for the Bills. Just inside the 10. To the end zone. It's caught!
Josh Allen's first touchdown coming in the first quarter, one of 3 in the game. But the play of the day was Allen's 52-yard touchdown run, putting the Bills up by 20. Fans throwing snow like confetti. The final score, 31-17.
I got, 15, 20 yards downfield, and, there's a lot of guys screaming slide, and didn't slide, and scored. So.
And he is gone! Touchdown, Buccaneers!
Down in Tampa, the temperature was about 50 degrees warmer. It was Baker Mayfield's time to shine. Playing with his 4th team in 3 years, Mayfield threw 3 touchdowns, leading the Bucs to a 32-9 upset win over the collapsing Eagles. Philadelphia, a team that started the season 10-1, was plagued by poor tackling.
I didn't do a good enough job, and obviously we lost 5 of the last 6 and lost today. We couldn't get out the rut we're in, and that's all of us.
That was ABC's Andrew Dimbert reporting. Now this Sunday, the Bucs will face the Lions, while the Bills host the defending Super Bowl champions in a playoff rematch. Now when we come back, 2 shows dominated the Emmy Awards last night. We're going to take a look at some of the big winners and the losers next on Good Morning Northwest.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we want to remind you, your oral health is important. We know that life can get busy. Don't let your family's oral health take a back seat. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we offer extended hours. That's right, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. We want you to smile healthy and live happy. Find us at one of our 2 locations, West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco. Stunning smiles for the whole family.
If you're hurt at work, your life can go into a downward spiral.
You're injured. You can't work. Your bills are piling up.
But winning workers' comp benefits isn't easy.
You're the underdog.
We'll fight labor and industries to get you the workers' compensation benefits you deserve.
If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Dear winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota.
Toyota has 22 all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles, more than any other brand. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
One of the reasons I have not skydoved, I'm afraid of the flapping skin.
Next 5, Britt Marling and Jason Priestley.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
A park, a river, and Fly the Northwest tonight.
We have a very clear start to our day with cold temperatures this morning. These are the daytime highs, so not warming up a whole lot. We don't even make it to 20 degrees in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Moving into the Columbia Basin, staying under 20 here as well, but mostly clear skies for most of the day. But that's going to start changing mid-afternoon into the early evening. Let's take a look at the foothills of the Blues. Look for some breezy winds starting to pick up as that system moves in, especially along the foothills of the Blues. But those temperatures staying frosty, in my opinion, and I can't wait for, a little bit warmer past the single digits when I get up in the morning.
Yes, I was just thinking I can't wait until it warms up to freezing.
That's funny.
All right, well, it was one of Hollywood's biggest nights of the year, and not the Golden Globes or the Critics' Choice Awards, the 2023 Primetime Emmy Awards, which were delayed because of the writers and actors strikes over the summer.
That's right, but in a 3-hour ceremony jam-packed with stars and memorable moments, it was well worth the wait. Here's ABC's Rihanna Ali.
Blackish star Anthony Anderson opened the Primetime Emmy Awards with a medley of classic TV theme songs.
You take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life, the facts of life.
And a warning to winners that his mother, Doris Bowman, would be the official timekeeper. But even he went too long.
Shut up! That's enough! Mama, I want to go to the after party. Hurry up. Okay, Mama.
The show also brought out living legends, including Carol Burnett.
It truly warms my heart to see how well men are doing in comedy now.
Dame Joan Collins, Rob Reiner, and Sally Struthers, and the star of The Jeffersons, Marla Gibbs.
Black don't crack, baby, and it's never too late.
There was also a Cheers reunion and even a special edition of SNL's Weekend Update.
Good evening. I'm Amy Poehler. I'm Tina Fey, and we've reached the stage in life where we'll only present awards sitting down.
Right out of the gate, Jennifer Coolidge, winning Best Supporting Actress in a Drama, ran afoul of the official timekeeper.
I love you, baby, but time.
Okay, guess what? Guess what? One more thing. I love you too. I just want to say one thing.
Okay,
one last thing. I had a little dream in my little town, and everyone said it was impractical and that it was far-fetched, but it did happen after all, so don't give up on your dream.
Abbott Elementary's Quentin Brenza winning Best Actress in a Comedy. And Succession going in with 27 nominations, taking home 6 awards, including stars Kieran Culkin and Sarah Snook, and Best Drama Series. But The Bear was the big Emmy winner with 10, including lead actor Jeremy Allen White, and Best Comedy Series, Sealed with a Kiss.
Restaurants as a whole, hospitality as a whole.
The night also produced a brand new EGOT, Elton John, with his win for Outstanding Live Variety Special, his concert at Dodger Stadium.
We didn't know that it was going to win him an EGOT.
Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Looks like a little bit of a wild show.
A wild show. How did Elton John not have an EGOT? That's the